My name is Serena.
My name is Joe Raker.
And we are here to talk about the Finley Project and our son, Berkeley. In 2016, our son, Berkeley, was born. We found out at his 18-week scan that he had a congenital heart defect. At that time, it was supposed to be a defect that could be fixable. He would have a surgery in the first 3 days of life, and then he would go on to live a normal life. The doctor literally told us, if you're going to have a heart defect, this is the one to have because it's fixable. That he couldn't play contact sports, but besides that, it would be normal. After we got that news, I still kind of went into like a mourning phase of, thinking of all that he was going to go through within the first few days of his life, our newborn baby boy. And I think because of the stress of that, it kind of pushed me into getting high blood pressure, which eventually turned into severe preeclampsia. Unfortunately, at 31 weeks and 1 day, the doctors basically told me he's safer out than he is in at this point, and I was going into organ failure as well. And so within 30 minutes, they were like, he has to come out right now. And so the next thing we knew, we were on the operating table and he's being taken out. We got to see him for a few minutes. They intubated him right away, and then I heard the helicopter landing as we were in surgery, and Joe and him were life flighted to a children's hospital that was nearby. We were in Miami at the time. We ended up spending 6 months in the hospital, and so around Christmas time, they basically told us, we think that he must have had damage into the part of his brain that controlled his breathing. We're not sure he can breathe on his own anymore. And so they wanted to insert a trach. And it was not what Joe and I wanted for his life. At the time, I had a 2-year-old son, and I always pictured them playing together, not Berkeley watching his older brother play. And so over Christmas time, Joe and I decided, we talked a lot, we prayed a lot, and we decided it wasn't what we wanted for his life. And so after New Year's, we talked to the doctors and we told them it just wasn't what we wanted for him. We wanted him to live a life outside of the hospital, outside of pokes and prods. And we basically asked them to give him more time, he had just gone through 2 open heart surgeries, 2 huge, big surgeries, and maybe he just needed more time to recuperate and that he would be okay, and try to take the tube out again. And so the doctors were all behind our decision for that. On January 5th, they decided that he seemed like he was strong enough. We were going to try to pull the tube out. And so they went to extubate, and it was successful, and he was breathing on his own, and we all celebrated, and the doctors and nurses all celebrated, and he was breathing really hard. And so they had me hold him to see if it would help him calm down, and it did, immediately. I hadn't held him in 80 days, and so immediately he started calming down and breathing more smoothly. And so we got that whole day into the next day of holding him and telling him about his big brother and about all the people around the world who were praying for him. And then that night, I guess God decided he needed him, or that his life would be better in heaven than it was here. And he took his last breaths, and there was nothing more the doctors could do. And so we had to let him go. At about 6 months old. It was really hard, the hardest thing that we've ever had to do and could ever think about having to do. About 3 weeks after, I was in some heart groups online, and I came across one that said something about the Finley Project, and I was like, what is the Finley Project? And so I looked it up and found, that they helped moms like what I was going through, and the fact that they were in Winter Park. And I grew up in this area and had never heard of them or anything about it. And so I applied, and I remember when Noelle called me and I had to tell her my story, and they started helping me. And I truly believe that it was a stepping stone in getting me into healing. I don't think that I would be where I am today if it wasn't for them. The counseling was super valuable to me. I don't think it would have been something that I would have done for myself, not because I thought that it wasn't helpful, but I went into with the attitude of like, what can talking to somebody do? Like they can't bring him back, like he's gone. And but just having like a safe place to go to talk and like let all my feelings out was like so valuable, and I think really helped me get into a better place. And then also the connection with the other moms, the moms who understood what I was going through, because nobody gets it like somebody who has been through it. After I went through the project myself, and probably about 18 months or so after Berkeley died, I decided I wanted to give back and I wanted to start volunteering. And so I signed up to be a volunteer, and I volunteered for probably 6 years or so, helping moms like me, being able to understand where they were coming from, the thoughts that they were having, being able to tell them that the way they're feeling was normal. It gave me purpose and helped me more than I feel like I could even help the moms. And then 2 years ago, we moved back. We're from Orlando, but we had moved to Miami, and Berkeley passed away in Miami. But 2 years ago, we were able to move back. And when I did, I was like so excited because I wanted to be able to help in person. I wanted to be able to be at the Finley events and get to know the other moms in person. And so I started being able to do that. And then I actually, a little over a year ago, joined as a staff member, and I'm the one that helps like connect the new moms with a volunteer and allow them to, hear their stories and be able to connect and help each other in that way. And so I'm so thankful for the Finley Project and everything that it did for me. And I owe the Finley Project everything.
Yeah, and as a husband, obviously, it's really difficult to know what to do in these moments, and you're going through it, but also watching Serena go through it is really tough, and you don't really know what to do. And I think as a resource, it was really valuable for her to discover the Finley Project, to give her some, like she said, someone that has been through something like this, someone that she can talk to, someone that can support her. And then now it's just amazing also to watch her be able to give back. And then I was also similarly excited to be able to come back and also get involved through the different charity events that they do. And then also now as a member of the board. And it's just really amazing to watch as they've sort of expanded their program from recognizing that it's not just the moms who go through this, but also the dads. And so, now they offer a dad support program, which has been really a game changer, I think, for a lot of, dads that go through this. And it's just been an amazing thing to sort of watch the impact that the Finley Project has been able to have, not only on our lives, but on the lives of the many, families that we're able to support and give back to. And, going through something like this really helps open your eyes, I think, give you more perspective on, what are the important things in life. And obviously no one, I would never wish that someone would go through something like this. Having gone through it, with that said, it really does, like I said, give you a different perspective and help you just focus on the things that are really meaningful, that really matter. Focus on, learning who it is that you can rely on and who the important people are, in your own life. And yeah.
Hi, I'm Tina Kadoff, and I'm Serena's mom.
And I'm Carl Kadoff, and I'm Serena's dad.
Well, we are thankful to be able to share with you our part of the story, being grandparents. It was really a difficult time. I think on the side of a grandparent, you watch your child, as a mom, we want to protect our children. And all through Serena's life, I would have done anything to protect her from ever being hurt. And when the situation happened with Berkeley, watching the pain that she went through and that there was nothing I could do to help her was so heartbreaking for us. We both wanted to change or do anything we could to help, and we just couldn't do it. So we had to bear the heartbreak of watching our child hurt and then also watching our grandson hurt. And it was a really, really difficult time for us.
And I would agree with that. As a father specifically, you're supposed to be the protector. You're supposed to have all the answers. I remember going into the hospital with Serena for just short periods at a time and not having any idea what to say. So just saying that, it's all going to be okay. He's going to be okay. And looking back at it, that's such a bold thing to be saying. And while we know that he's okay now, it's not the outcome that we wanted. And it is such a helpless feeling to not know what to say, to not know what to do, because it's really out of your hands at that point.
When watching Serena after, time went on and Berkeley was buried and he wasn't with us any longer, and all of us dealing with the pain, I didn't know how Serena would be able to even move forward, and Joe and their family be able to move forward from this. And we were so happy when she found the Finley Project. We knew that they came and just helped her with counseling, and they came and cleaned their house and there was dinners brought to her, and those could seem like little things, but they were huge in the moment. Just to know there was someone out there that understood what she was going through and tried to make her life a little bit easier was incredible. And we've been able to be a part of watching her grow through her pain and her trauma, even though it doesn't change that we still would give anything to have Berkeley here. We see how she's using that pain for a purpose now. And I'm so thankful for the Finley Project that she has a place that makes her feel like the things that she went through, now she can use it to do good and help other moms.
And I'll say that going through something like this and watching your grandson and your kids go through something so traumatic, it literally rocks your faith. I mean, it tests you like you've never been tested before. And even after the dark times of that test, it's just kind of interesting and fun to watch as people rebound and a big part of that is the Finley Project and everything that the staff and the people of Finley Project did for Joe and Serena. And it's just amazing to me that they're in a position now where they'll never forget, and but they'll continue to give back, continue to help with those that have gone through the same types of things that they've gone through. While none of them are exactly the same, they can at least have empathy for them.
And so, again, I just want to thank the Finley Project, and to watch Joe and Serena become such a big part of it. We're thankful for Noelle, who understood from the beginning because she had her own loss. Watching Joe be on the board now, and then Serena being on staff and helping so many moms, it just makes me happy because I can see her smile return. It's taken a while, but it's back, and I'm thankful for that. And she's an incredible mom to her other children. And so thank you guys for what you've done with the Finley Project, and those who you can look forward to times that will get better, and you'll never not miss your baby. We won't ever stop missing our grandson, but there is hope and a bright future ahead.
My name is Brighton.
My name is Vera.
And my name is Bradley.
What do you want to say?
Super Berkeley.
good? We were good? All right, cool.
Is it this way?